I call Jenny Salisa.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Labor supports the Health Practitioners Bill. This government has been going on about increasing the focus on primary and community-based care, improving and implementing new models of care to ensure the sustainability of vote health, part of which involves nursing and ensuring that healthcare workers carry out a wider range of functions. And yet, Mr Speaker, it has taken 7 years to get this bill onto the order paper. 7 years, Mr Speaker. This delay has been frustrating for the nursing profession, who have been promised more support for increasing their scope of work in legislation for many years. Labor supports this bill, but I wonder why it's taken the government so long to get cracking on this legislation, which is needed to enable nurses and other health practitioners to contribute fully within our health system. The government has been told for years that they needed to remove the barriers to innovative practice by removing legislative references to medical practitioners when certain health professionals like nurses are perfectly capable of undertaking this work. The National Nursing Organisation body has reported that nurses have long been frustrated by the models of care in primary health care, that they don't make the best use of their knowledge and skills as well as they should. Treasury and the Ministry of Health have both urged the government, Mr Speaker, to speed up this bill and to remove the barriers to extending nurses' roles within the current health workforce. There's been a constant chorus from the government about an increased focus on primary and community-based care, and I'm really pleased that this bill is actually being read for the first time, Mr Speaker. Can I just acknowledge that 13 years ago, the first Nurse Practitioners Bill was introduced to this House in 2002 by none other than the Minister of Health at that time, Honourable Annette King. The first prescribing rights for nurse practitioners was announced 10 years ago in 2005, again by Honourable Annette King. Now here we are, 5 years further, finally looking at a partial response by the government. Mr Speaker, the Honourable Annette King has continued her visionary work in this area and has a Nurse Practitioners Bill in the members' ballot introduced last December. That bill amends a total of 21 pieces of legislation that would have provided for nurse practitioners to perform an even wider range of tasks to take the pressure off our doctors for the benefit of all of us here in New Zealand. The government should have stopped its dilly-dallying, Mr Speaker, in this area and simply adopted Honourable Annette King's bill in 2002. It would have been law by now. Thank you so much, Mr Speaker. Labor supports this bill.